God bless everybody. God bless. um, Last night, well, yesterday night, I went to bed because I'm so busy. You guys already know I homeschool my kids and do other things. Um, Yesterday night, I had a very important dream about this rapper named Lil Boosie. Now, I know of him because I used to listen to him back in the days. But I got something to talk to you guys about. Um, I didn't know whether or not I was going to make a video about this or continue to keep praying. But I know when I have in like back to back, kept showing me something. It needs to be said. The dream seemed like it was good, but it didn't turn good at the end. Okay, Lil Bootsy was in church. He was in a church when I dreamt about him yesterday night, and I don't know where it came from, but I dreamt about him last night. Um, he was in the church, and it was like he was saved or something like that. Like he got saved or something, and he turned his life around to the Lord. He turned his life around to live for God, because we know we at these end times, and I don't know why people keep playing around like we got all the time in the world to live however we want to live, and even tomorrow is not promised to anyone. But in a dream, Lil Boosie, a lot of you guys won't know about who this rapper is, but there are probably some young people on here that probably know about the rapper Lil Boosie. But in the dream, I saw him in a church. He was like he was saved, and he turned his life around, and he wanted to live for God. So I was like the third person in the dream, but there were so many other people like around in the church. But there was I was looking at the whole scenery. There was a guy that came inside of the church. He was a heavy set brown skinned guy with a low fade, a low fro or something like that. I believe that what he had on his head, the guy. So Bootsy was inside of the church. Lil Bootsy was inside of the church. He was happy. And the guy came up to Lil Bootsy in the church. And it seemed like, I think Lil Bootsy was trying to tell the guy to come turn his life to Jesus inside of the dream or something like that. And that guy, the he was a he was a not fat, but he was like he was little on a heavy side. Type of guy, was a brown skinned dude. I never forget his face, exactly what he looks like. And he has like a low cut hair or fro fade or something like that. And the guy in the church, in the middle of the church, the guy, his face switched and he got angry with Labutsi inside of the church in the dream. And then he was telling Labutsi in the dream, he was like, I'm not going to forget what you did. I felt like you turned your back on me. You did me wrong, Labutsi, or something. Whatever happened in the past with Labutsi, this person didn't forget about it. What Bootsy did. Apparently, Lil Bootsy did something. Even though in the dream Lil Bootsy was in the church, he did turn his life around to Jesus. The guy that came inside the church, he didn't see none of that. So he took a GUN out of his pocket, a pew pew. He took it out of his pocket in the church in a dream last night, and he shot Bootsy inside of the church, and everybody was screaming and crying. And then I woke up and I fell right back to sleep because it started me like after he shot him, I woke up out of the dream. And I was like, whoa, why am I dreaming of this, Lord? I mean, of course I'm going to pray for him. I've been praying for him since I had a dream that yesterday night. I stayed up early morning, praying for him. But I'm gonna continue. I so many people that I'm praying for in the background right now. It's a lot of stuff I'm doing. I'm praying for the people in the background right now. So I just want to take some time out just to pray for people. Um, definitely, I'm definitely gonna be praying for him. So I said a quick prayer when I woke up yesterday night, and then I went back to sleep. And when I went back to sleep, I was back in the church again in the same dream. So this time, the scenery happened all over again. I don't know why God does stuff like that sometimes in my dream. I'll go right back to sleep and be back in the dream. So I was right back in the dream. And this time I saw the guy when he came up in the church and Bootsy was trying to talk to him, and you could tell that Bootsy, he was done with all the street stuff. We all know Bootsy. He a little gangster, the songs, I smoke, I drink, I tote that iron. We all know that he was all into the street stuff, all into the world. But Bootsy was done with that in the dream. That's what I saw. And so I ran up to the guy and I was grabbing his arm. I was trying to talk to him and he wasn't trying to hear me. So that's when I fell back asleep and I was in the dream again. And I was trying to grab the guy's arm because I knew what was going to happen because of when I dreamt about it the first time and I went back to sleep. And it's like, this, y'all, I can't even, it's not even deja vu. I don't even want to say that. Sometimes my dreams are like that. I will fall right back into the dream. The same thing I had about the dream I had about Nicki Minaj, Nicki Tunes, or when I had about Cardi B, or the guy on here, Jalen Wilson, his channel Jesus Save, and God kept giving me back to back dreams. Even with Marlon Brown, God kept giving me dreams back to back dreams about somebody. He's letting me know when stuff like this happen, it's serious. Like I need to intercede for this person. I need to pray. I need to hope they look at this video or something because God is trying to get their attention. The fact that when I woke up and prayed a little bit and I fell back to sleep because I was really tired yesterday night. I went to bed early. I was really tired yesterday and because I had a lot of stuff to do. Um I've been busy all week. Um and I fell back asleep the second time in the dream and I was back in the church. And when I fell asleep, I saw the guy walking in, the heavy set type of guy. He was a brown skin heavy set type of dude. I don't know. I have to search on the internet. Do he know anybody that look like this? I'm gonna have to show you because I don't know everybody that Lil Boosie hang around with. But this guy is somebody from his past that was upset. He was upset with Lil Boosie still. He was holding on to unforgiveness for what something that happened in the street, but he's not seeing in the dream that Lil Boosie, he got saved. In the dream, that's what it showed, that Lil Boosie got saved. I pray and hope so, honestly, because you know what? It comes a time and place like Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, he's from Miami, from my hometown, Florida. But I'm not from Miami. I'm from a different city in Florida. Um, it comes a time you get a certain age, like I was speaking about Lil Kim and all these other rappers. Y'all need to put that stuff down and y'all need to be showing these younger girls or the older guys in the rap game that used to be in the rap game. Y'all talk about guns and violence and stuff like that. Y'all need to be showing these kids. No, y'all still in the rap game. Y'all still in these gangs. Lil Bootsy, Trick Daddy, all of them. Y'all still smoking weed, drinking, popping bottles. Who is speaking to the youth? So I feel like that, like on that standpoint, I feel like that on that part, that I feel like Labucci, you're old now, okay? It's time to put that lifestyle aside, and God is calling on you because of the dream I had. Now, the second part of the dream, when I tried to grab on the guy's arm, he still wasn't listening. Y'all, I was literally grabbing this guy arm in the dream, the guy, the new Bootsy in the dream, and he still pulled, like it was all over again because the guy wasn't even paying attention to me the second time when I fell back to sleep and I fell right back into the dream. So after he shot Bootsy again in the dream, I had my phone in my hand. It was like people were recording this and people were recording this. And I saw people all on TikTok. I saw people on YouTube. And I was trying to swipe my phone. And every time I was swiping my phone, my cell phone in dream, it kept showing where the guy had shot Lil Boosie. He dropped dead. So I swiped the screen, and it kept showing the guy he shoot him again, and then he'll drop dead. And then I swiped my phone. I was on my phone. I was on the social media. I don't know if it was TikTok, YouTube. I don't know, but I was on one of them. You know how you swipe it, and it kept showing the scenery over and over and over again. And it was disturbing. And that time when I woke up the second time from the dream, it's like I was full of energy, and God was like, I need to intercede for that man. So I stayed up for all morning long and interceded for him yesterday night because it's serious. Okay. I'm not saying that something gonna happen to them, but you know what? When God give us dreams like this for people, it's for people that know how to fight in spiritual warfare. It's to pray. Okay. It's for us to intercede. And I stayed up all morning interceding for this man. This is my first time ever in my life ever had a dream about him. Now, I used to listen to him back in the day because his music was banging, but you know what? Enough of that. I did, y'all. Okay, I did. But the same thing like DMX. I used to listen to DMX since I was a teenager. And and I was rolling with DMX, like when I thought that when DMX was coming to God, DMX did love God, but he was still living a double life. Okay. I was rooting for him all the way to the end. I was rooting for DMX all the way to the end. I'm sad to say that he didn't make it. I had two dreams about him years ago that he did not make it, but it's more. I knew that DMX loved God. A lot of people say, oh, they believe in God, but they live in their life the way they want to live. Okay. That's why that Bible scripture, many are called, but few are chosen. There's so many people that believe in God, but there's only chosen and elect people that's actually being obedient to God. I mean, like Paul said, they're running this race faithfully and obediently. They're running it in obedience. And yes, a lot of people believe in God, but they still living their life the way they want to live it. We are on borrowed time. Nobody knows when is their last day. We all know how we came into this world, but nobody knows how they leaving. Each one of us leaving. Nobody knows how we going to leave this earth. We should value every day. And if you're still alive, even as Bootsy, Trick Daddy, all those people in Hollywood, or even people in your family that don't know God, this is not the time to be gambling with your soul around this end time. And people that don't know God really don't know that we at the end times because they're still blinded to the world. Okay. They think that they can walk frivolously and just say, hey, I believe in God, but I'm about to go over here, smoke this weed, drink this alcohol, go out there, party, have sex, fornicate. And yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, I believe in the man upstairs. I hear people say that all the time. Okay. Okay. I hear people say that all the time. You believe in God, but you live in the life that you want to live. It's more than just believing and knowing that what he did. We got to pick up our cross and follow him daily, follow his footsteps. I don't know why God gave me a dream about Bootsy, okay? But I pray on that one. It's like one part of the dream was good that he got saved. That's why I saw him in church and he was different. But then that person, it's like the enemy used somebody and brought up something from the past and stirred that guy anger and unforgiveness up, and he shot him in the church in a dream. But Lord forbid something like that happen. Like the guy that played on the movie Boys in the Hood. I think that's the movie Boys in the Hood. The guy that shot Ricky in the movie. Well, his name was Lloyd something, whatever his name was. He was actually playing a gangster, but he actually came from a middle class home, but he had to learn how to get into the role. And sometimes just actors, when they get into those roles, they don't know how to get out of it. So people respected him because of the movie. They know him. They know him from the man from Boys in the Hood, the movie that killed Ricky. So he started becoming who he was in the movie, a gangster, and didn't realize that was just a movie. Okay. So he actually started going around unaliving people for real. And it was like nothing to him because he was living still in his fantasy and his acting in Hollywood. But when his, stuff caught up with him, he got arrested. He got charged and was sent to life in prison. But he found Jesus in prison, and his roommate unalived him. Some white guy. I don't know if he was a racist white guy, but he's at least he found Jesus. It's like, okay, I feel like if God did not allow him to go to prison, I believe God allowed that man to go to prison because how reckless he was being for real. And he was actually going around unaliving people, the boy from Boys in the Hood. What his name? Floyd or Lloyd something. Floyd Avery, something like that. I looked at his documentary too. Um, Say for instance, he was just going around just unaliving people, and God said, because something God was like, no, no, no. If you actually keep doing this, you're gonna reap what you sow. Somebody gonna unalive you, and then you're gonna go straight to hell because you don't know me. The fact that God still had mercy on him, even though he went to jail for life, he met Jesus in jail. He died spreading the gospel in prison. Okay, so he's in heaven. Um, yeah, he died spreading the gospel in prison, and sometimes stuff happen. God will allow certain stuff happen for a reason. Because if he wouldn't been in prison, he would have still been on the street. Somebody would have shot him. He wouldn't even have a chance to ask God to forgive him for the stuff that he did. Okay, you just never know how God will try to save you out of a situation. Yes, it might look bad that he was in prison. Yes, it was wrong that he did kill them people, but he still had a chance to ask. He still had breath in his lungs to ask Jesus to forgive him from unaliving people. And then he turned his life around in prison. He died in prison, but at least he died in Christ. He died in Christ. He died spreading the gospel in prison. But for Lil Boosie, the good part of the dream is because he was in a church, and I saw that he had changed his life. It was like he got saved, and he was living for God, and you see a different person in him. But whoever that the devil sent in that church in that dream, that man had hate and anger all over him, unforgiveness. You could see it in the dream. Like even when the second time I went back into the dream and I fell asleep, I was trying to pull his arm and stop him. Don't do it, don't do it. That man was not. He was not paying attention, nothing to me. Whatever spirit took over him and that still in that dream, still unalive Lil Boosie. I don't know fully what this dream means. But all I can tell you one part. I really pray that Lil Boosie get away from all this rap gang and all this stuff and smoking weed, drinking, partying, and all this stuff. And it's enough is enough. You're too old for this now. It's time to do something different and important with your life. And it's worried about your soul, Lil Boosie. Okay? Just it's time to worry about your soul right now. That the dream, yeah, I can't wrap it around my head because in the dream the Boosie was saved, but also the enemy sent somebody in the church to unalive him when he got saved. I just the dream is it's good and it's bad. It's good and it's bad. But in the dream he still was saved, Lil Boosie. I really sat on that because I was like, Lord, do I really need to talk about this right now? Yes, I do, because when God give me dreams like that in the same night back to back, I need to put the person name. I really need to tag him in. I put his name on here, Bootsy. Put it this way, you guys might say I am so heartless by saying this. I'd rather see him saved like how it was in that dream and something happened, at least he know he going to heaven. Then he's living in the world and that happened and he go to hell. That's the reason why I brought up the Floyd Avery guy that played in that movie Boys in the Hood. He didn't want to get out of that gangster character. I'd rather see him saved like I was in the church in a dream the other night that I had about him. It was the other night, the night before. I'd rather see him saved, and if something like that to happen, at least I know that he has Christ, rather than to not see him saved and he lose his life and go to hell. If you get where I'm coming from. That's why I said, nah, I was going to keep this to myself and just pray for this man in the background. I said, no, you need to get online after I get off live. I need to tag this man in. Boosie, you need to get it together. Okay? All the stuff that you're doing online, you still out here, all on this internet. You had your fun. Now, playtime is over, Lil Boosie. It's time for you to give your life to Jesus. I keep telling people, once God puts somebody on my desk, it's serious. It's crunch time. It is crunch time. Boosie, you need to get yourself together. I'd rather see you saved. And if something was to happen like that, at least I know you're going to heaven and you're going to rest in the bosom of Jesus Christ, than to see you not saved and that happen and you go straight to hell. I don't want nothing to happen to you at all. I don't know why that dream was just like that. Maybe God is letting you know, Bootsy, there might be somebody you don't know. The guy in the dream, he was pretending like he was for you, then he switched up. Because it was like he was acting like he liked Lil Bootsy. It was somebody he know in a dream. And then the guy switched up and he said, I ain't got time for this. Like his face, I ain't got time. I'm going to tell him how I feel. And then he shot Bootsy in the church in the dream I had of him. Bootsy, God is telling you, there's something you did to somebody a long time ago, or that person's still around you pretending, because there's a lot of fake friends out here, and there's a lot of fake people in the church. Oh, trust me, I know. Bootsy, I need to tag you inside this, because this is serious. I woke up from the dream. I said a little prayer the first time, but then I fell right back in the dream. And the dream was a little bit longer. This is serious. When God give me double dreams and stuff like triple dreams, I'm falling back in the dream. He's trying to get your attention. You better not get caught slipping without Jesus, Bootsy. Because the Bible said it's once appointed man to live, and when you die, it's time for judgment. You better get it together. Because at least you gave your life to Christ in a dream I had. But imagine if that was to happen now and you don't have Jesus. Was all this worth it? The money, the women, fornication, the drugs, the drinking, the cussing, living your life the way you want to live, all this worth it at the end of the day? When God give me some dreams like that, I know it's an emergency to get this person attention. It's too many of y'all especially my kind, my people. We dying out here, fake lavish life that really don't mean nothing at the end of the day. You can have all the money in the world. You can have the most beautiful girl, the most beautiful house, the most 5-6 cars in your driveway. But without Jesus, you still nothing. Ain't no money, ain't no car, ain't no gold chain around your neck. Ain't no woman can ever replace the love that Jesus had for us, that he needs to fill your void right now. Because that's all it is. When you see these people out here chasing and stuff, you running from the man upstairs. That's what y'all call him, right? You're running from him. You can drink every night. You can smoke your weed. You can go to the club. But every night you laying your head down without Jesus, without knowing him, you gambling your soul. Okay. I'm just gonna have to bring up that young man. I told y'all I had a spirit. I took the video down because that spirit that I have with that person, it's a lot of these rappers out here. The young rappers out here, young and old ones. Excuse me, I have to say it. Fat Man Scoop. What's the other man that died on stage and have a heart attack? Y'all don't know when your day gonna be. You don't know when God will say, time is up. You don't know when he's gonna say, time is up. Every day that you lay your head on your pillow and you don't have Jesus in your heart, you don't know who he is or don't have a relationship, you gambling with your soul. Ain't no coming back once you're gone. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back. It's time to hang up that lifestyle, Boosie. God is saying it's time to hang up that lifestyle. It's time for you to be for real about your soul. Because what I saw in that dream, what I saw, Boosie, I'm about to cry. The devil is about to set something up. Don't you get caught slipping without Jesus in your life. That dream I had about you the other night. Don't you get caught slipping and you don't got Jesus in your life. You have nobody to blame but yourself. Every day, hundreds of souls are lost, going to hell. That's for anybody, including myself. Y'all, that's for the body of Christ, and that's for people that's in the world. That's the whole point of Ezekiel chapter 33. You Christians out here, don't you get caught slipping, because that one time can be your last time, too. That's what Ezekiel chapter 33 was talking about. God said you done had all your fun, Boosie. Lil Boosie. God said you done had all your fun. Playtime is over. Okay? Playtime is over. Because what that devil is stirring, I'm a seer. God will show me the things that the enemy is doing in the spiritual realm. I'm quiet for a reason. I done post that on my community post. I operate strategic on this channel. I'm quiet for a reason. But I had to get on here because that dream, God gave me a double dream that night. And I fell right back into that dream. I said, no, God, I got to get on here. I got to let him know. The enemy got something that's about to set you up. If somebody you know that's from your past, this person is still, he's pretending, whoever this person is. But their real colors had showed in the dream how they really felt about you. The enemy is going to set you up. But if the enemy is going to try to set you up in that dream, at least you done gave your life to Christ. Don't let the enemy set you up while you still living for you, okay? Live for Jesus. Because when the enemy sets you up, when you still living for you, your soul already been judged. You condemn yourself, according to John chapter 3. When you don't have God, you already condemn yourself. Jesus not condemning you. You condemn yourself because you don't have Jesus in your life. But what I saw in that dream, God gave me a double dream, but the second dream was longer and it made sense. Yeah, y'all don't know what I be doing in the background, the spiritual warfare I go through. I just don't get on here and talk about it. I don't talk about everything. I don't get on here and talk about everything. None of the reason, number one, I was up 7 days straight. You're like, how? Yes, I was. I was up 7 days straight going to spiritual warfare. I probably got like 2 hours of sleep at the most, Boom, 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 right back up. No, I was literally in spiritual warfare fighting. 7 days straight. 7 days straight. No sleep. Delusion. I might know, but for some reason, I just had a bunch of energy. 7 days straight spiritual warfare. And then like gradually, I think right in that middle part, right at the 7 mark, I like for like 3 days, God said, sleep. I slept, I slept, I slept, I slept, I slept. I slept for like 3 days, almost 3 days straight. And I'm back in spiritual warfare. Y'all don't know what I be doing in the background. Not all the time I be doing. Sometimes I just be chilling. I'm like, I don't even feel like getting on this internet. And sometimes I'm telling you, I'm very reserved. I'm quiet. I just don't like to talk. Even though I want to get on and do some teaching, God said, pause right quick. Pause. I had to deal with some other stuff in the background. Like, some demons trying me. I promise you, them demons be trying me. But it's okay though. It's all right. Cause God, I told y'all, God had leveled me up some weeks ago. But within that time when I was fasting on a dry fast, I had a dream. I had a baby. And I was 8 months pregnant in a dream, but I had a baby. And this lady was calling my phone and she was pregnant. I missed her call. And I called her back. And she was sitting with me and we was in class and she brought me to her class. And God had already broke that down what that dream means. He just leveled me up in the spiritual realm. And when I was pregnant again, he leveled me up. That's what happened. I went to a back-to-back leveling up. I'm telling you, that 7 days not getting no sleep, it was very intensifying. So everything over here is even more than what I said it was last time I was on here some weeks ago. I go through real spiritual warfare. I level up for real because of the mantles that I have to carry. You rarely will see a judge and a seer, those two gifts together. That's a dangerous thing. I'm a judge, a seer with prophetic dreams prophesying. That's dangerous mantles I have to hold. So God has to constantly, in different seasons, level me up. I go through intensifying, leveling up in the background. I just told you, I ain't been asleep like some weeks ago while I went on here like 7 days straight. I didn't get to sleep. I didn't. I'm talking about gang stopped by monitoring. I done seen some different levels of monitoring spirits and familiar spirits. That's what God said it wasn't time for me to drop because he wanted to show me some more stuff dealing with other people outside of the street on my other ministry. But Boosie, no, this ain't no just a random person on here I'm talking. No. And I'm not bashing your head. I really do pray that in that dream you get saved like I saw in the dream, because you get caught slipping and you don't have Jesus, you're done. There's no, oh, can I go back on earth? No, you can't go back. You can't. No. Once them eyes close, and once they put that tag on your big toe and put you 6 feet under, and if you go 6 feet under without Jesus, that's a wrap. Okay? Now y'all living your life like you want to. But for those who our eyes are open, we see what's going on around this world. We see what's going on around this world. Okay? We know we living at the end time. I don't want to hear, oh, people been saying we living at the end time since my grandmother of 40, 50. No, the end time was always been since after Jesus did what he needed to do when he came on earth. The end times has started then, okay? That was already a war going on all the way up until now. We are past tense. But God is already in the future and everything. We're past tense. We need to catch up. So you need to catch up so you can see what everybody else, but our eyes open, we're awake. Clear eyes, we see all what's going on in the spiritual realm. We see all the time we living in right now. Ain't no more, no nothing, okay? What you see is what's happening. God is calling on you. God is calling you. I had to do the same thing with Beyonce. Like, I had to pray for her. And it came to a point God told me to stop praying for her. In 2021, when I was in Indiana, the videos on private, but God spoke to me and he was talking to me and he was saying, Beyonce time is up. He told me that in 2021. Her faith is already sealed. Boosie, don't get your faith sealed. A lot of people feel like they have to live this lavish life because you have to be men pleasers. That's what people in the body of Christ or people inside the world. Stop trying to please people. Because while you pleasing them, you're losing your soul, okay? I don't got time to try to please people. Trying to please people, you're gonna lose your soul. Don't be men pleasers around here trying to please everybody. Trying to be popular. Trying to be popular is a sin. Okay? That's why I got my comment section up. I don't need people asking me all these millions of questions. Okay? Now it's not like I'm not gonna cut it back on because God also gave me a dream while I was off here. I had a lot of dreams about other stuff. He gave me a dream that okay, he wants me to get back on camera and stuff like that. I'm like, God, I got so used to not being on camera. I don't feel like getting back on camera, but he wants me to get back on camera. So I'm going to get back on camera. But when he gives me to go to get back on camera, but he did give me a dream that he wanted me to get back on camera, though. He did. Gave me a dream. But my brother, okay? Yes, it was fun. Bootsy, I used to listen to you when I was in the world, okay? The same thing I said with DMX. Now it's time to serve the Lord. It's time to worry about your soul. Because everybody around you ain't worried about your soul. I hope you got people in your family praying for you. I really do. I pray that you do. Where I'm trying to figure out where are all the elders out here, the old people that I remember when I was growing up, how the old people was when they see these young people, these people were in their closet, their prayer closet. They was crying war prayers. I mean, war cry prayers in their closet. They were moaning like how David Wilkerson said he was doing with his family in his closet, crying out for his kids. No, you got these grown men and grown women out here trying to act like they still young. Grow up. We need to be covering these young kids out here. Instead of still trying to be, you're done with that lifestyle. You still got Trick Daddy. He be out there trying to still go on tour and doing it. Grow up. How many of y'all gonna die on stage? Huh? Fat Man Scoop, the other guy. I forget his name, Pokey, whatever his name was. I saw that stuff happen, whatever. 2023, I don't know. I think it's when it happened. People just drop dead on stage. God is trying to tell y'all, give it up. Don't be the next person. Still out there like Diana Ross. She out there still trying to act like she in Motown is still the golden years. Out there still singing, baby, girl. You 80, 90 years old. You should be somewhere sitting in the corner knitting your grandkids some hats and stuff. You out there still with this big old lion wigs and all this caked up makeup and stuff out there looking crazy. Where's your daughter to tell you to sit down? Y'all, these people just don't know how to leave it alone. They so stuck. Okay, they stuck. They just can't get out of it. And that's what I see. All these older men that was in this rap game, all of y'all shouldn't be, it's like, who are these young kids going to look up to? I want to see these old rappers turn to Jesus to get up these young, new, upcoming rappers out here to say, hey, man, I know you're trying to live your life, but I'm telling you, talk to these people. No, y'all still out there want to be on the stage 50 years old like Trick Daddy talking about you don't know now with Trina. Y'all had y'all fun. Give it up. It's time to give it up. Cause hey, baby, you ain't gonna give it up. God gonna make sure he gonna show everybody. God gonna you gonna drop a lot of them. Drop like flies on that stage, still trying to rap and sing, and do all this stuff instead of serving God. And say, okay, I had my fun back in my days. It's time to do something different, positive, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, yeah, you could do big brother, big sister stuff, but no, still do stuff with Jesus in it. It's time for y'all to let Jesus come. Y'all these 50, 60 years old, 40, 50, 60 years old gangsters out here. Grow up. Like I see these older women out here trying to dress like these little girls. Grow up. I be seeing these old women be wearing these 20, 30 inches long weave. Grow up. It's yeah, I don't even want to talk no more. But that stuff be frustrating me. Seeing these old ladies out here wearing these tight skin leggings and long weave, like they still grow up. It's time to grow up. Y'all had your fun. Who is talking and praying for this young generation out here? Who's talking to these kids? So many of these young kids is they fell into the devil's hand. The devil is after this young generation, okay? The millenniums. We need to be on our posts and care for these young kids out here. Don't let the world consume them and swallow them up. We need to be on our posts with these young kids out here. That's all I want to get on here and talk about, because that dream startled me twice. The first time when he shot him, I woke up and I prayed a little bit and I fell right back to sleep, and I fell right back into the dream. And then it start back over, and that's when in the dream, I actually went and was grabbing the guy's arm, telling him, no, don't do this, don't do that. I was telling him, no, don't do this. I was grabbing his arm and telling him no, but he still end up. I have to really ask God, like, I really got to pray about this, but I still want to get this message out to Lil Boosie. Why did God allow me the first dream? The first time I dreamt it, I saw it, and then I woke up, and then I pray. And when I got up, I prayed a little bit, and because I was so tired, and I fell back asleep, and I was right back in a dream. And when I fell right back into sleep and I saw it and it was replaying, I remember it in the dream. And that's when I was in the dream the second time I fell back to sleep, and I was grabbing the guy on, telling him, no, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I was pulling his arm, I was trying to, but that whatever spirit, demonic spirit was over that man in that dream, that man he had a hold on him. He was going to do it regardless. I don't know what it means. Something's going to happen to Lil Boosie. I don't know. But if something happened to any one of us, you don't know how we gonna leave this earth. David Wilkerson, one of the greatest pastors out there that I know, he died in a car accident in Texas. Okay, because I live in Texas too. He said, we don't know how we're gonna go, but if you're gonna go, you better make sure that Jesus is your Lord and Savior. That's basically what God's saying. Boosie, if the devil got something planned for you, you better make sure that God, I ain't talking about, oh, I believe in God, I go to church, I say a quick little 3-minute prayer. No, you need to live for God completely. Get away from that lifestyle. Stop smoking weed, stop drinking, stop having all these fornication and sex with these random women. Stop promoting violence. Because that devil is after you. And whoever he's sending, boy, that man is a sharpshooter. Nothing can stop him in that dream. I was trying to stop in the dream. This is past a warning. Because regardless, the man he came into church. You was still saved. He didn't care. You don't know what the enemy is cooking up. And this is somebody, because I heard the whole conversation. He was talking about something you did to him a long time ago. Something happened a long time ago. And the enemy is stirring this up in this guy. I remember how he looked. The enemy is stirring something up in this guy. But if it's your time to go, you better make sure Jesus is in your corner, in your life. Don't leave this earth without Jesus or having a relationship and repenting of everything that you did. and you make it right with Jesus while you still got breath. Not too many people can do that. I don't even want to say that boy name. The boy, the Chicago rapper that died in 2020. I just found out about him because I know my sister had a dream in 2020 that she had a dream. She don't even listen to rap music, but she had a dream some rapper died, and she saw this. She said it was a rapper dude. She saw the demons pulling him and dragging him hell. She told me about the dream in 2020. Y'all know who died in 2020? That black rapper from Chicago. I don't even want to say his name. Okay. But my sister had a dream about him. And she don't even know him. She don't even listen to rap music. One of my older sisters don't even listen to rap music. She's like, why am I dreaming about this rapper guy? He died. And something. She said something happened to him and he died. And she saw these demons was dragging his soul to hell in a dream. And she woke up and she told me about the dream. I said, I don't know what you're talking about because I didn't even know who the person was until this year. I'm like, oh, that's who my sister dreamt about. It was that guy. I don't even want to say his name. Well, don't and Boosie, you know who I'm talking about. Don't end up like him or any one of them young guys that lost their lives. Even Tupac. God was calling on Tupac too. And he died. Okay? God is calling on you because something is going to happen. And you don't want I'm telling you, you don't want to get caught off guard. And you don't have Jesus. So that's all I want to talk about. You guys be blessed.